Funny thing happened today. I was getting ready for class as usual, and I got a call from the local Talking Books library for the blind and physically handicapped, essentially the local branch of the NLS, National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, which, incidentally, in case anybody's wondering, that is the official name. I think it should be changed, but that's the official name. But everybody knows it, who uses the service knows it as the NLS. So I got a call from them. I returned about a dozen books that I just had not had time to listen to, number one. Number two, they just sent me books at random. And I just don't like it. So, anyway, I sent them 12 books back. Most of them I hadn't even gotten a chance to listen to. And I got a call from them today. They want the player back. For those of you who are wondering, if you take a look at my video, C1 cassette book machine. But because they want it back, I will be unable to do a comparison video, which is what I originally wanted to do, to a player that I'm looking at getting. I'm going to call them tomorrow, the NLS, I'm going to call them tomorrow and ask, well, number one, I need a box to ship the player back, so they're going to send that. But I'm also going to ask for the status of NLS clearance for the Plex Talk Pocket Daisy player. And the rumor is, or the hope is, that it'll be ready by CSUN, the California Southern University at Northridge Conference on Technology for People with Disabilities. They're hoping it'll be ready by then. It'll have NLS clearance by then, which will be sometime in March, and that way people can use the downloadable book service, which is, the books are in DAISY format. I'm essentially making the jump from analog format to DAISY, which leads me to the topic of the video. What is DAISY? In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview all about DAISY. Now, I'm not going to be able to give you any dates or anything. If you want more chronological history of the DAISY format, you'll want to go to daisy.org, which is the DAISY Consortium. But in terms of what DAISY is, it's a specialized audio format, similar to MP3s, except it's a little bit more structured. And what I mean by this is the disc is burned in such a way, it's burned in a state that is similar to MP3s. For people that use DAISY CDs, they are burned in a way similar to MP3 discs, except the way they are read is somewhat different, I think. The DAISY format is a very special, like I said earlier, it's a very specialized format. It's an acronym. It stands for digital, D, accessible, A, information, I, system, SY, DAISY. Now, what is so great about DAISY? Well, you get to quickly navigate between chapters of a book. On a regular audio CD that has a book on it, you have no choice but to go track by track. So if you're in the middle of a track, if you're in the middle of a chapter when the track changes, tough luck. But with the DAISY books, they are structured in such a way that you can navigate by chapter, by page, by paragraph. And for leisure books, I guess you'd only want to navigate by page and chapter, but if you're looking at a textbook, this is where DAISY really shines, because you are able to navigate by page, create bookmarks, On some players, you can do highlighting bookmarks, virtual highlights of a certain section of the book. So for college students and high school students, public school students, DAISY is a wonderful, wonderful medium. As far as general leisure books, why would you want DAISY? Well, for the past 2 decades, we've been using the C1 cassette book machine at the NLS. We still use them. They are in circulation. In fact, that's why I got the call today. They want the machine back, like I said, and they want it ASAP. Which makes sense, because I don't really use the analog tapes anymore, and I want to upgrade to the digital books. The cassette players will stop circulating once the DAISY system for the NLS, the flashbook program, and the downloadable books. Well, the downloadable books are already ready. The flash books are in development. But the advantage of having the DAISY books in said format is they last a heck of a lot longer, because you don't have to worry about putting them onto files, putting them onto well, you can put them onto CDs, into cartridges. RFB&D uses discs, and NLS uses cartridges, but they both also have the ability to download the books to your computer and transfer them into a portable player. For the NLS, there are only 3 of them at this point: the Level Star Icon PDA, the Victor Reader Stream by Humanware, and then when it gets authorized in March, or sometime later this year, the Plex Talk Pocket. But those are the only 3 third-party players, and you have to be a computer literate in order to really use those. So, or any of the downloadable books. So that's why they offer them in the CD and the cartridge format, for those that are not very technically savvy. But yeah, DAISY it lasts a lot longer because it's digital audio files. It has the structured navigation that allows you no longer have to fast forward or rewind through tapes. You can just go straight to a paragraph, straight to a page, straight to a bookmark. Creating DAISY files for lectures is fantastic. The Plex Talk Pocket has the ability to record in DAISY format, and you can set it so that whenever there's silence, it'll create a DAISY navigation point. In other words, you can flip back and forth to certain sections in the articles, in the lecture. So in other words, you don't have to stop a tape and then hit record, or you don't have to stop burning a disc. You don't have to, and you don't have to have one continuous audio file either. The player will actually stop recording when there's, well, it won't stop recording, but it'll keep recording, but there will be a heading inserted so that you can navigate through your lecture in the DAISY structure. And like I said, the benefits of DAISY, as I mentioned early on, digital audio, so they won't wear out over time. Very structured navigation. Like I said, you can navigate by page, bookmark, chapter, paragraph. You can create highlight bookmarks. You can go to I'm serious, with DAISY, we can go to a page faster than the average sighted user can flip for it, because it's all electronic. And like I said, in the traditional audiobook, you don't have that type of convenience, at least not yet. I've seen a few library books that have the DAISY seal on them. These were compact discs, these were MP3s, but they had the DAISY seal on them. So I think DAISY, it was originally designed for people with special needs such as myself, but I can see easily DAISY becoming mainstream. And I think that's already starting to happen. Like I said, there are a few audio CDs, MP3 book CDs, excuse me, that I borrowed from the library last summer that had the DAISY seal on them. I was surprised to see that, but I think that this is probably the marking of DAISY going mainstream. But that's basically what DAISY is. It's just a very structured, very robust, and wonderful format to read books in, or study in. It's wonderful. That's pretty much it. Comments and questions are welcome. Thank you for watching, and have a nice evening.